But anyway,
Spaghetti.
the
Palms are sweaty.
it does
Oh, no, where's the
speak.
rock?
It is capable of speech. It speaks Common and Abyssal.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't think I do.
I speak both of those.
There's only one account in the books of it speaking to a person, because generally they don't live to write about it.
Was his name Harry Potter?
No, it's just it doesn't really say who it was.
It's worth a shot.
But it does say that generally they're immune to poison. For what it's worth, they're also immune to being charmed. I don't think any of you really charm it anyway, but
Looking at you there.
Oh, I'm charming.
well, it's immune to magical charm. Let me be clear.
Oh, you big snake person, you.
Listen, I know it's a big.
Other than
snake
that, it is a
creature,
magic caster, and it
Oh.
does a lot of mean things with poison.
Oh. It casts magic.
Okay.
And necrotic, but I don't know if that matters to
Yeah,
you.
no, no,
With
no.
poison, you say.
Poison and necrotic, yes.
To shreds, you say.
To shreds, you say.
And the wife to shreds, you say.
So that's everything you find.
Yeah. Poison. I got
Make
this.
a investigation check.
Certainly. It's an 18.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, no bonus?
No bonus, 0.
High five, no bonus.
Woo!
Hey, high five to get 2 good rolls. Yeah.
To portals.
Okay, then. I need to
So you're looking around in the section that he told you about, which was directly behind him, and you find a couple, actually like 3 or 4 books on portals. So you're just kind of like, okay, and you start pulling some out and just kind of flipping through quickly and looking at, and well, there's only 2 of them that are in common, so you check those 2 first.
Oh,
Because portals are generally like higher magic, which is generally written in like Elvish or
yeah, the
something.
barbarian's perfectly fit to read this.
Yeah.
100%.
It's not like you have elves.
And it
with you or
is
anything
super
we can decipher.
complicated, but basically what it says is that a portal is a connection between planes or worlds or lands.
Is there anything that says anything about one-way portals?
Yeah, I mean, generally they can be made one way or 2-way. There's no like,
Oh my God.
Is there like a history of portals, or is it simply just like, yeah, portals, here's the fucking formula. I have no idea what I'm reading.
it doesn't tell you how to create a portal.
Okay.
That's more of a magic-based thing. That's not, I mean, you can learn that in a book, but not this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't tell you exactly how to make them or how to really go about stopping them or... Because the thing is that with the portals in this land, there's very limited research that can be done because they open, monster comes through, and then they close. So they can't really research much about it, so there's not really much on it.
I wasn't sure if there was like common areas the portals come through, or like they don't like salt or something. I don't know.
Nope.
They don't like salt. So are they slugs?
They don't like water. They're the aliens from
could
War
summon
of
a
the Worlds.
slug,
Yeah,
and
so
therefore
So
the
it's
salt
very
would be
similar to
useful.
the breach in
Yeah.
Pacific Rim.
I was just looking for.
Where they
I didn't
just
see
come through.
Pacific Rim.
Oh, then never
Dude,
mind.
yeah,
Yeah, we only watch
movie.
good movies.
I know.
That movie is fantastic. You get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I was just looking for any information.
Idris
possible.
Elba kills it.
It just gives you the basics, like the stuff you would already know, really. It's
I know,
nothing.
I'm not a portal man.
Well, that you've been explained to already, at
Tonight we
least.
are canceling the apocalypse.
Really?
Yes.
And what would you like to say to the librarian, Jusan?
Oh, Jesus.
Jason, my boy.
Jusad. Jusad.
I'm gonna call you Jay.
It's okay.
Look, Jay, my man, how long have you been working here?
It's
Take your time.
a long time.
Long time? How many warriors have you seen not come back?
Question.
How can you see them if they don't?
Okay.
Oh my God.
You know what? That's a fair point, Jay.
I'm so glad I'm not.
Let me
talking
rephrase the
to
question. How many warriors don't come back usually?
To here to
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, if you had to give me the odds of something.
What? What?
Sorry?
It depends.
Jay, let me tell you one thing. Never tell me the odds. I walk away.
God damn it.
It's so long.
Oh, I would like to.
I thought the goodbye was going to turn into a
Oh, we're not here
goodbye.
for Jay. You weren't here for Jay, were you?
Yeah, it was.
No, Sean wasn't.
I wasn't
Yeah.
here for.
I want to
He
know
was the
something.
last 2 weeks.
When I realize there's nothing these portal books are telling me,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go downstairs to the kitchen where the cookbook for fish was.
Okay.
That he told me about.
Yes.
Oh,
that
was the best. Well, hold on. After I walk away, can
Yeah.
I do some investigating on like the place that we're actually staying?
On the castle?
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to see if there's any like ways that are like seen blocked off or like no trespassing kind of.
Okay.
So I can trespass.
I just want to see like what's not allowed to happen, so I can totally do that.
I mean, if there's a sign that says don't do it, obviously you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
All right, so make an investigation check.
Freaking rogues, man.
Oh, just so you
That's the
know,
best place
don't talk
to go.
about babies. Oh,
Nice.
Oh yeah, one thing you definitely remember is do
Oh.
not mention babies to the lord or lady of
Yeah,
the
I don't know
castle.
why.
Roland.
We were told without context, but.
Probably
okay.
because they don't have any babies.
Oh yeah, that's true. That,
You were told exactly with context.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
I know.
And then at the end, you absolutely yell babies.
Yeah.
Babies. I got a 29.
29. What?
I rolled 16.
Sure. Reasonable. What the? So, you're gonna take like most of the rest of the day because this castle
Yeah.
is
Liam,
enormous.
this is your
I figured.
So you're
like
looking
if you look
through.
at me with
You're going
my
down the
wisdom
stairs,
modifier.
which again just tires you out, and you're just like, okay, well, I'll just take a look at this floor, whatever. A lot of them seem to be. A lot of the floors seem to be quarters for different groups that work for them, or housing for like refuge or something like that, or asylum or something like that. You do see that there is kind of like a brig or like a jail area. The only area that's like guarded is the Lord and Lady's chambers themselves. And it doesn't seem like, I mean, from your estimation, it doesn't seem like there's anything weird going on in there. Although maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a little weird, so you don't know.
You don't know what they're into.
But not for that reason. It's just because that's their spot. So you know.
Yeah.
And then you look further and you go down a couple floors. You check in. Artemis is training with her chipped dagger on one side of her bow. Sorry, I had to bring
Smart.
it up.
Let the nerds do the thinking.
Yeah.
Better
And
stuff.
she's talking with two other guys who are kind of like using her bow with her and trying to like work it out and see how it
They
works.
suck.
Clearly,
They're
it's
not great.
provocative.
They're not
They're
great.
the real nerds.
Clearly planning an Eiffel Tower.
Pitching a
Um,
fantasy.
Planning is one word.
In the process
In the
of doing.
midst of
If there's nothing else that I find across, like, could I go and investigate the jail?
Well, there is a little bit more you
Oh,
come
there's
across,
more.
yeah, because you want to do a thorough investigation before you like go into one spot.
Before you commit.
And the
But
only
wait,
other
there's more.
spot that seems to be heavily guarded is a room that you can like look in, but you can't really see much of it because the guards kind of like give you side eyes as soon as you get close to it and like clearly are looking in there. It seems honestly, it doesn't seem all that interesting, other than there's a lot of documents like or like posters on the wall, I guess for lack of a better word, of like you can tell that there's writing on it, but it's too far away to tell what it is. And there's
can you make that
framed
one?
writings on the wall. What?
Can you make that one like
No.
forbidden pudding cookbook?
Nope.
Does it look like an annexed library, like a special library, or does it look like?
No,
Like
it's definitely not a
different-
library. It's more of a display area, or like it's hard to tell without knowing the context of what the papers are. But it's just they're hung up.
Hang?
Hung up.
No.
Cage?
Sorry, I just had a stroke. There's papers that are hung up on the
Definitely
wall.
sounds like hung.
So, I know what else
And
Not you.
I get it.
yeah, I'm hung like a
God.
field mouse, bro.
I'm sorry.
his girlfriend's right outside.
I'm sorry for her too.
So, you want to go investigate the jail more?
I would like to do the jail.
Oh, and also you find, you basically know where everything is in the castle, so if they have any questions about where certain things are, you know where it is.
Yeah.
You know where they would go to buy weapons, because that was a question that Rellik had asked about. And you also know where there would be more contracts to ask about or whatever. Generally, it's at the front desk where you would ask about contracts, but if there were further small contracts, you can probably get them elsewhere as well. There's lesser distributors if you need it.
Gotcha.
What time of day is it?
It's probably like 3 or 4 p.m. At this point, because you guys spent most of the morning traveling, fighting the Quagoths, and then
Well, didn't we just
getting
come
to the
from dinner?
castle. Huh?
I think we just came from dinner, didn't we?
Nah.
Or was that lunch?
It was like
Oh,
a
lunch.
lunch.
It was
lunch,
It-
yeah.
'cause
Gotcha.
it's not exactly like a breakfast time, lunchtime, dinner time venue. It's more of like you show up, you get food delivered to you, and you
Yeah.
eat. It's
Okay.
it's like they don't have like,
It's quality service. I like
Yeah.
it.
We had brunch with the Lord.
Yeah.
You did.
No big deal.
yeah.
God damn, it's
He didn't eat much, but it's okay. He was more interested in the gossip.
Yeah.
So that is.
Well, it was so good.
It was
pretty
very,
good.
It was very good gossip. So, what do you guys want to do?
Going for that cookbook.
Oh yeah, he's still going for
What
his
else?
cookbook.
I want to see if there's any more information on Nagas in the library.
You feel like you and him have done the
Okay.
full amount of research that you have.
Would we have gotten enough research as far as like the anatomy part, like the pieces that we need, like how
It has this.
because obviously this is like a hunting grounds area.
So that would be
maybe
more of
how
like a
to-
harvesting book, or like a
Medical.
not. I mean, I guess medical would be the
How
better
to-
term
how
for
to
it, but
field dress an animal or something like that.
it's more of like a hunting book, like how to properly skin an
I'm
animal
proficient in
or
survival. I think we'll do
something like that. Yeah, it would be more of a survival
I mean,
type
I hope so
deal.
because you're a druid.
He finds the
yeah.
field dressing book,
Oh, I'm not.
and it's just how to dress up a pig. All right.
Careful with your shirt.
Oh, sorry.
Stop playing with yourself, man.
I can't. So, you want to go there? Anybody else want to do anything in the meantime?
I'll just rendezvous with these guys, see what information they got.
Also, what I'd like to do is, because I just gained all this immense power on the way over here, I want to find some like cleric books to read about some of the spells I learned and stuff like that, to maybe get a better understanding of them before I use them.
Okay, make a investigation and then a religion check.
Ooh, I'm good at both.
Oh,
of those.
double. He's gonna fail both
Crit
of them.
miss, 100%.
And
Fail
just so you
both
need
of
one
them.
for like
you
the
never say
future.
that you're good at things.
Okay,
Yeah, we
so
literally need
13.
Just hold off one second.
13 on the investigation.
Okay.
And then a religion, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Religion this. Oh, crit miss.
Actually, that's.
Hey!
That's a 1.
That's
That's a
that's a
one.
one. That's a one.
That was a 1.
I don't know, what's in the middle?
You're outvoted
It's a
4
one.
to 3.
Okay,
It's a one.
Good
Come on, I
people
crit missed on
Okay,
religion.
cool.
One
And
of
what,
those
what were you
days.
going to say?
Opens a
before?
religion book? Yeah, soon.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
This isn't about soon. Just close it.
Discards.
As you were saying.
Well, damn.
I was just gonna
I'm
let
about
you know
to learn
that
about
after
my
I
power.
leave that area, I'm gonna try and see if I can find like a smith or something that can take care of the chip in my blade. I don't
okay.
know if they have one on
Yeah,
site, but
yeah, they do.
Oh,
My
okay.
name's Smith.
Oh my god.
Smith the Smith.
First
I
name,
believe it. It's just some dude named Smith. Like, hey, you're Smith. Can you fix this? What? Why would you think that?
Mr.
I'll be
Anderson.
back by 3.
So you find, so you're looking through the library without any guidance at this point.
Yeah.
So it's a lot harder to find the correct sections, and it takes you the better part of like 2 hours to find the correct section that you're looking for.
And then I didn't even find the book.
Well, no, you find the book, but the information, this book in particular, doesn't really tell you about the spells or anything, or about the clerics. It talks more about the pantheon of gods in general.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to continue reading it?
I mean, I'm married to one, but I guess I should do some research on some
Every
other
time.
ones.
So, to be clear, you're married to a...
A god.
Oh, okay,
A
sorry.
god of beauty, of course.
Got it, okay.
Wait, what?
Wait,
I
what?
feel like this is news.
He never tells us anything.
Never got invited to the ceremony.
Yeah, actually true.
Whoa, yeah, you got married while we knew you. You didn't invite us to the wedding?
You're all coming to mine.
I believe I got married on a stint when I was not in the States, so that's how we wrote that in.
All
I'm
right.
still
See
insulted.
how it is.
I'm still in.
We'll remember this.
Will we?
Remember what?
Probably not.
So, what god do you want to read about? Do you want to read about soon?
Yeah, find out more about my wife. Who actually
Soon is the god of deception. She tells warriors she's the god of beauty.
She pretends to marry all of them.
Still married to a god,
Proceeds
Well-
to cheat on all husbands.
though. Oh.
That'll be. Can I see your bag right now? Let me just fall on that for a minute. Yes, I'd like to read
so-
more about soon.
So this book, it does kind of cover like a lot of the gods, so there's not huge sections on any one of them in particular. And Soon, I'm sorry, is a lesser god.
That I know.
So she is,
Get
there's not,
So she settled.
Wow.
so anyway, so you find that her order, the Order of the Red Rose, was founded during the First Wars. And again, it is to beauty, it is to
I think I should be writing this down.
love and beauty and such.
Probably should.
You should know.
And it was made by a group of pacifists that wanted nothing to do with the war, and she was risen to, or not risen to, but she was worshipped in that aspect because they found that peace was beautiful instead of war.
That totally sounds like not you.
Nerds.
Aren't you a war cleric?
Nope.
No, I'm
He's
a
not.
life cleric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
I don't know.
He pretends to be a war cleric.
That's fair.
You little guy on fire.
Yeah.
That's the third time you brought it up in the last hour.
He really wants to make sure everyone knows.
You like one thing on fire.
Well, man, I got mad once and killed a guy. God.
So, you do know, actually, it also mentions that she is known for taking mortal husbands
Ooh.
Multiple?
You're just a long way
at
off.
different points until they die, yes.
Oh, so she doesn't cheat on me.
Yeah, you're number 14. Congratulations.
1400.
Oh.
Right, right.
Oh.
So she gets around.
You're like Doctor Who, but of the people who have banged your wife.
Wait, how many children are there? I should ask that.
That's-
Yeah,
many
I'm gonna
questions.
ask that question. How many children?
Too
Does
many
it say anything
questions.
if she has any kids?
They might. Oh, in the book it doesn't, no.
Oh.
Because that wouldn't really be known to many people. Unless you go around telling everybody. But who would do that?
What fool would
I
do that?
actually, just, they know I have.
You
kids
tell
with that.
almost everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't know where any of them are.
That's
right
like
now,
the third
so-
sentence you say upon meeting somebody.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Drekas. This is the Drow. I'm married to a god. I have kids with her. I think that's the order.
Find me
I'm married
important.
to a god. I got her double pregnant.
Oh,
yes,
and I
yes.
killed the lich.
Yeah.
No, I don't
No,
talk about
no,
that
he
anymore.
specifically
We
leaves
don't
that
talk
part
about
out.
that anymore.
I'm just imagining Drekas the next time he's with Soon, just like, so hey, how many mortal husbands have you had? And she's just like, man, I don't know.
37.
Once every like 60 years or so since the beginning of time, so...
Something like.
I
30
keep their heads on my wall. I can count them if you really want me to, but like, I don't have that kind of time in the day.
Something like 36. Is that including me?
You carry the decimal, you move the decimal point, you carry the one.
Like in a row?
Well, no, because then you got to count out elves because they take longer to die. So,
Right,
okay,
right.
so here you go. All right, factor 2,800. I'm just kidding.
That is now
Times
canon.
2 in children.
You are number 28 and 01.
You're only the 4th Drekas. Congratulations.
Well then.
I'm sorry, that was too far. I take that one back.
I'll take that one back.
I don't take it back.
I don't let him take it back.
Well, guess who's not getting heals today? I don't know.
You're the fourth Drekas, but you're the second best in bed.
Yeah.
Wow. Second best
Of the
Drekas.
Drekas, yes.
Oh my god.
Nobody wants to get heals today.
I don't take damage.
Yeah.
Backline.
Weren't you almost dead in the last battle?
What do you mean?
And I'll be the first to leave.
Didn't you have
so.
like a 1 health?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking
All right,
about.
so
Yeah.
Is there anything else I should know? Because I got Order of
That's-
the Red Rose, founded in the First Wars, finds beauty and peace, takes more.
you know that
husbands.
the Order of the Red Rose used to be more popular
Okay.
or worshipped or joined. I don't know the proper
Yeah,
term
that-
for it, but
I
yeah.
know what you're talking about.
But it's diminished over the years. More of the war type gods or the other higher gods became more worshipped or more
I found
popular.
out my whole monastery's dead, so I'm probably the only guy left.
If not one of the few, yes. So her choices were limited. That's all I'm saying.
She can only make something.
Man.
Oh,
It's gonna be a sore
thanks
spot
for
now.
coming, by the way. I really appreciate you taking time to come.
You're the first one here.
I'm just gonna go to Baltimore now. Screw you guys.
Well, we're in San Diego, so prepare for a long drive.
I'll just get on my flying
You know what?
carpet.
You know who doesn't need heals? Him.
I
So
don't.
he can just-
You're not wrong.
He
He
doesn't
can just
need
let you
heals.
have it
You
all
can
day.
totally heal me if you want.
Just like boom.
So you go down towards the kitchen in the direction that you went. You enter the cookbook library of sorts, which there is a cook in there kind of ordering things.
Okay.
And he looks, hi, hi.
Oh, Jasad told me about the fish cookbook down
Who?
here. Jasad? From the library?
You walked all the way here from the library?
Yeah. I
Oh,
heard there was a cookbook about fish. I fish a lot.
he just looks on the walls. He's like, yeah, there's a few.
Can I have one? I mean, look at it and read it and find out about fish.
Yep.
I hear pepper's good.
Sure, I guess. Pepper's good. Okay, so sure, I guess.
Does he point me in the right direction?
He just kind of points to the wall, which there's like fish.
Oh,
Like
there's
a whole
section.
there's like a
of it.
shelf of fish.
I'll take a look at freshwater trout.
It's fine.
All
You'll
right.
find
Stream
some
trout.
Stream flounder.
stream flounder. Yes. There's a whole book on just stream flounder.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's river sharks and then there's stream flounder.
Oh, there's gonna be a guy in chat like, guys, flounders don't live in the stream. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know
it's actually
that.
Tom posting from
And
his
then I'll
phone.
turn around. That's what I said. See, this guy gets it.
And you would like to find the blacksmith or something of the sort?
Yes, weaponsmith, whatever it may be, quartermaster.
Okay. So you go down, and actually on your way down, you find Ruland, who is kind of just peeking into one of the rooms. Really, really not suspiciously.
I'm going to. Oh, can I try and sneak up on him?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Oh, please.
What's your passive perception?
It is
7.
17.
Oh, I was off.
Stealth check. Sorry, give me 1 second.
What's your passive perception?
Only 6, but it's 6 plus 11.
17.
6 plus
Wait.
11.
What did you just roll?
7.
Oh, wait, 17 minus 17.
No, yours is 16.
Wait,
Minus
what?
17.
17
Oh,
perception.
yeah. So who wins?
We ruled. What's we ruled? That stealth goes to the.
Tie goes to the stealther.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I watched that video recently.
So
I'm gonna-
close.
And here comes somebody complaining about it
So
right
I'm just
now.
gonna sneak up behind him and go, "What you doing?"
Ah!
Babies, what? Oh god, sorry.
Oh, I thought you were a guard. I'm sneaking suspiciously.
Oh,
And the guards are like, what?
Nothing.
What are you sneaking for?
I'm not sneaking.
Did you want to go in?
Yeah.
What
the
is it?
prison?
What?
The prison, right?
No, this is still the room with the papers on the wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, let's go in.
Why didn't you ask? Why are you standing around like a freak? And they just
Why do you
kind
have
of
guards in front
uncross.
of the room?
They uncross their halberds.
Oh. I thought you were protecting something. And...
Something.
I mean, don't touch anything, but you're
oh.
fine.
Oh, that's why? I'm just not allowed to touch anything?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think we're holding in here? It's paper.
What is this room, if you don't mind me asking?
It's the history of Castle of House Rusk.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to steal it.
let's take a look.
I mean, don't.
Roll a
Yeah.
perception check.
I'm not. I just told you.
It's
Why don't you go in there with
Okay.
me? All right, and then one of the guards kind of like, yeah, and he kind of leads you inside.
Why don't I just walk with you?
And what you're looking at is a lot of framed, like parchment. Like it looks like almost legislature. Like a lot of it. It kind of looks like if you go to like to see the Bill of Rights and it's like laid out in that way, or the Constitution, all that stuff.
Gonna take this
Declaration of Independence.
I'm gonna steal.
I'm gonna steal. You know, what? I'm gonna come steal that.
Put
Now.
some lemon juice in the oven.
And now we're all on lists.
So you don't read anything too specific because the writing.
What?
What is that?
Dude, Sean.
What?
Sean wrote that.
You're not allowed to write in there.
I was like, oh, somebody wrote something, but it was him.
Cheating.
All right, so
Figured I'd try.
Only Drekas.
basically what you see is that it's the writing's really small, so to read all of it would first of all you need like a ladder to get to the top to understand all of it, but it seems like written like biography, like a family history from House Rusk and like the founding of House Rusk, the growth, and then you see a couple framed contracts. And they have like a little base plate that says like first contract or whatever.
Is there anything in there about children?
Oh, Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
That's creepy.
Yeah, there's like a whole family tree, like written out.
I mean, like rules regarding like.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you would have to read through every single thing to kind of get if there's anything written about children, but overtly, no, there's no like poster reading children and then like a whole thing.
I thought
No.
there was some rule or banishment, like why they don't have kids or something.
Nope.
Like it's like very. I need to know why.
Yeah.
I want to know for sure.
Family tree. Apple doesn't fall far from it because the tree's barren and can't have children.
God
Oh
damn.
my lord.
Hey, I'm not the
So
one who
there are
created
no
the
apples to fall
characters.
from it, is what you're saying.
He's not wrong.
The tree is now dead.
So,
This kills the tree.
you also mentioned to him that you want to go to the blacksmith, or
Yes.
Okay.
I show him a little ding in my blade, and I say I gotta get this taken care of.
How'd you do that?
It was back when we were fighting the
Quagoths, I think.
Quagoths, yes.
Fighting too hard.
Just still not used to upfront combat.
Understandable.
Um,
Let's go search then.
And I'm actually going to ask one of the guards, or the one who's in the room with us, I'm gonna ask them if he knows the location of like a smith or some sort of quartermaster.
Yeah, you go about, what floor are we on? This is, gotta get posted to all these different floors. We're on 8. You gotta go to 23.
I feel like
Okay.
I feel like this is SAO.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. And so I'll just head up.
Okay. So you guys go to the spiraling staircase, and you're like, and by the time you get to the top, it's just
The
like,
Mario theme on your way up.
Second time.
both of you make Constitution checks.
When you go down.
Whoa,
Oh,
almost lost
no.
Is that one of you also? That's Beattie, isn't it?
Beattie. Christian is a stupid head. Got him.
Okay,
Well,
now we're
that's-
just using. Clearly,
We're just using the chat to insult each other, which is
That's it.
fine.
I'm pissed.
What did you need me to roll?
Both of you roll Constitution checks.
Oh boy.
Climbing
You
stairs.
sure
Yeah.
not like
Negative
Five.
15 floors,
Acrobat,
and
oh,
this
no.
is after they both walked down a lot of foot.
And that's a -1, isn't it?
a strong 6?
5, 6. Okay. So
No.
both of you are considered fatigued at this point. One level of fatigue.
Yeah.
This place needs
Why?
less stairs.
Huh?
Why did you want? You needed the blacksmith.
Yeah, to get crack.
You
No,
need what?
wait.
Black dragon?
To fix the crack.
Oh, that's different.
Oh, right.
See, I could have hooked it up.
We don't know about that yet.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
You guys
well,
are still researching at this point, so
That's
just
fine.
like.
We're here and it's close.
No, it is. There is a roaring forge. This whole floor is very hot, noticeably warmer than the others. And you lead yourself into the.
That's weird. I'm not on that floor.
Anyway, you lead yourself into the the area where a desk area, and there you just hear like a ting 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 coming from the back.
Is it like a bell?
No,
Oh, it's not cliche.
slightly less cliche.
Is it like a
There's
wooden
an
counter?
arrow. You have
Yeah.
to shoot him.
So I'm gonna knock 3 times on the wooden counter.
All right,
Twice on the pipe.
trying to think of a way to say it, but yeah.
I'm gonna say hello. Is the headsmith in?
And you hear ting.
Oh, good. Another person who's pissed off. Like,
Hello.
hello.
And you see a gruff-looking dwarf, which you haven't seen a dwarf other than Shaggy in a very long time.
Hey.
Yeah.
They're
It's like,
people.
what? And he checks himself. He's wearing a blacksmith apron, a leather, long brown apron.
I apologize.
His face.
Stop. What are you
I
doing?
apologize. We don't see a lot of dwarves anymore.
Yeah. Well.
Um,
Anyway.
I apologize. My name is Artemis, and I have this, and I show him my bow, and I show him the chip at the end of the blade. And I
It's a
was
shitty
like,
blade.
I agree. Is
Bow's
there-
cool.
Oh, thank you.
Blade sucks.
It does. Is there anything you have that could do better, or can you fix this?
Sure. What? Let me see your membership.
This is my first hunt. I apologize. I didn't know you had to be a member. I'm sorry.
Yes. At least silver tier to use the blacksmith facility.
Would I be able to pay for your services outright?
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
I see. I understand. Is there another?
Blade sucks though.
That's why I needed a smith.
If you want to purchase, you can head to the shop and purchase. But
She's new to our group. She doesn't quite get it yet.
What?
are you a member? I can work it. So.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh.
no, not yet. I'm,
Oh.
well,
We're in the same
we're
group,
going to be. Yeah.
in the same membership, same everything.
Yeah.
He just puts himself above others.
Not always. Mostly.
Always.
But not always.
An elf. I know. I get it.
Where?
I appreciate it anyway. Thank you, and I apologize for taking up your time.
No bother. I'm just hitting metal all day, so
Nice.
no worry to talk to somebody. I guess.
Well,
Come back when you're silver or higher.
I will. Which way did you say was the store?
Oh, it's on the bottom floor.
Nope. I'm gonna camp outside.
I'm gonna camp inside the mansion.
Well, use the room that we have.
We use the stair railing.
You were given a room on the
for
12th
fire.
floor.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe it was 12th.
I have to go down
12th or 13th, I don't remember.
That
but
was
one
the
of
first
those.
place I went to, so we know exactly where
Yeah.
it is.
And you're on what
Well,
floor
you
now?
know exactly where it is.
23rd.
That's
So I have
fair.
to go down 11 floors.
Or you can go up 10 and meet up with them.
Oh, down's easier.
Wait,
but then
you
coming
said
back
it's a
up.
spiral staircase?
Yeah.
What happens with fatigue again? What do we take?
First level is disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh,
If you get another one, your speed is halved.
Yep.
Ooh.
And you can get rid of 1 point of fatigue with a long rest.
Or,
Is fatigue different from
or
exhaustion?
greater restoration?
Great rest.
Exhaustion and fatigue, same thing, sorry.
Can I slide down the banister?
Oh, please.
You're on the 28th floor?
Please.
Yes, you can.
No, but like the safe way where you hold on and like grip it.
Yeah,
Sure.
wait, face first.
Well, now, judging by your reaction, I don't want to do it,
Hey,
but I already
you
said
could, you could do whatever you
No,
want.
no, Artemis
could
doesn't
try
see a
whatever you want.
reaction.
Yeah.
She only has her opinion.
Burwell's gonna lose both characters.
Hey, and you only have half on your ability check, so I'm sure it'll go fine.
Just, yeah.
it. Wait, I didn't hear that part.
Well, you're on team there.
One level of fatigue is disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh,
Does Artemis know that?
can I not roll that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All she knows is that she
I'm
feels
not gonna do
tired.
that.
I am late tired.
I take a nap.
And then fires the missiles. That might happen.
Next time we take turns going up the stairs.
You just, I'm like a little
That
girl,
doesn't-
just carry me.
Or you can just
What?
fly.
No.
Oh, wait.
You're
No, we don't do that here.
He's a slim
So
elf.
both of you are just kind of like at the stairs looking at it like, no. No.
Oh, you know what I'm
No.
you know what
No.
I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the toddler. I'm gonna sit down my ass and scooch step by step.
Wait, do you have a rope?
Yeah?
How far does it go down? Do you think we reach the bottom?
No, it goes down
28 floors. Your rope is 50 feet.
Yeah.
That's like
It's
like half the floors, right?
10 foot
That's
flight.
5 floors,
You don't
maybe.
jump the rest.
That's 5 short floors, and this castle is big.
No, I'm just gonna
Just take
scooch. Just scooch.
I'm staying. Is there anything on that floor
I think it's
besides
gonna
that?
cause more fatigue.
There's a blacksmith, there's a Fletcher, there's basically like all of your armaments. There's an armor smith, a weaponsmith, general blacksmith. General blacksmith?
I'm literally just gonna like
So good, I forgot about
sit
that.
against the wall, be like, already I'll catch up with you later.
There's also an enchanter, by the way,
Oh.
that you noticed. I just pointed at you because we did the general thing.